adventures.
Yay!
Last time on Dragon Ball Z.
Bridged. We're stuck on this island.
Anyway,
Okay.
so where we left off, it's been about a week since since you guys started guarding this research facility, and not a whole awful lot's happened. You've seen some somewhat suspicious activity, but you can't pin down exactly what's going on. You'd have to go out and investigate it a bit more before you'd be able to figure anything out. Otherwise, I guess you could ask the local security forces, the police, to try something. But, well, as the saying often goes, if you want something done right, you need to do it yourself.
Yep.
But, anyway, so, let's see. It was...
Anyway, we started blasting.
Not yet. Soon.
Damn.
See, it was... Who was it? Casper, I believe, as well as Michael, started going into the city during their time off.
Exploring the local watering holes.
Mm-hmm. The suspicious activity that I mentioned, of course, being the yacht that keeps coming about on relatively regularly, as well as the increased activity at a nearby radio tower. Also, before as the week began, received an email from one of the guys on the night shift, the pilot of the Dragon, who signed as just Octane, saying that he spotted to the south and east a civilian aircraft that kept skirting around the airspace and was circling over the forest in that general area.
Those dangerous yachts. You never know what they're going to be up to.
Is it a good-looking yacht, at least?
Yes. It is a yacht, after all.
They
I did
come in
not
ugly
say.
as well.
I did not say fishing boat. I said yacht.
Well, there is, like, is it a tacky yacht? Is it an actually, a decently looking yacht? Is it, like, you got a yacht that looks like it goes fast? Or does it look like a yacht with a guy that has more money than sense?
It was at this point in time that the game master was thrown off the bridge of death.
Oops.
Anyway, yacht is yacht.
Okay.
I do not know other way to describe yacht than yacht. Yachts look the same to me. There is
They're big
no
and expensive.
visual distinction between them. They are a different type of ship if they look different.
So it's a pleasure craft.
Yes.
Yes. Do they usually carry? How advanced is their computer systems usually? Do I know? If I look on target on it, will they notice it?
In this particular case, probably not.
Okay, yeah. Then I'll refrain from it since it's not a. Or it
Granted, you don't know exactly what's
I know.
on it. The particular brand that it pops up as is not one that you recognize. It's a local thing. And if you were to search for it online, the easiest information about it would be that it's relatively expensive, but not absurd.
I'll throw a target lock on it just to spook them if they notice it and they have ill intent.
And I'm going to keep an eye on that yacht. And if the yacht has pics, and I'm keeping my eye on the yacht, if he's going to let me know that he's putting that yacht under target lock. If that's the case, then I'm going to keep my eye on the yacht, see if they get squirrely. Because I should have PPC range. I think no. Nah, not far enough for PPC range. Damn. Unless if I actually get to that tip right there.
Yeah, hell of a shot.
I mean, I could move.
So our first thought is to get a lock on it, aggravate the aggressors.
Yeah, just not aggravate, just
that they even have a system that can pick it up.
yeah.
I mean,
So if they do, then we might could assume that they might have ill intent. This is to just give them a ping and say, "Hey, we're on to you guys."
Yeah.
If they do have some.
I mean, we could spend this time preparing instead of like giving them a notice that we notice. Like we could,
Well, I'm hard to hide, as we discussed last time.
Well, I mean, is there any way that like, do they have any equipment at this facility that we can use to set up traps or anything like that to make
The
landfall
maintenance
more
crew
difficult?
does have some excavators for doing plumbing and road work, as well as a bulldozer and road roller for the road work.
Interesting.
I thought we were going to probably do a whole lot of this, trap laying in, their stuff. They're going to be kind of bad at us and start tearing things up.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, has any time passed since when during the time
It is
that
Sunday.
we stopped the game and to where we entered the game?
No, it is Sunday. It is the second week.
Hold on, I have a very
At any
sweet
rate,
rabbit trying to
you
ask for a
said
treat.
that you locked, you attained target lock on the yacht, correct?
Yes.
The yacht immediately accelerates and launches red flares into the air.
Shit.
Oh. No time to prepare then. Or not more time.
For the record, this is one of those "I told you so" moments.
It accelerates away from you at as fast as it can, and you receive a call from your employer.
I didn't have a target lock on it. Yeah. I just watched it, what it would do in response. I did not put target lock on it.
Anyway, your Lance receives a call, you receive a call over the squad net from your employer.
All right, Leslie, go ahead and give him an answer.
I'm letting the EXO handle this one.
We agree.
We're not a company, or like we haven't formed a group yet, have we?
Not yet, no. Not technically.
So you're responsible for your own actions right now.
Good luck.
Okay,
Go
yeah,
ahead,
I'll.
our Lance. What do they tell us?
Why, may I ask, are we receiving calls from the Coast Guard about a target lock being achieved on a passing civilian vessel?
Never act suspicious.
It could have been more creative than that.
Were they doing anything?
Self-docked pay or something.
They came through a couple times. That was unusual. Sorry, my audio was crackly at the moment.
Like they have, okay, before I do answer them, just so I remember, they have been crossing that way for about, what, a week now? Week and a half?
At least since you began taking up guard duty, yes.
I go, well, they've been around passing that way since we enacted our duty. I was keeping an eye on them, but I guess one of my compatriots here thought that saying hello was a good idea.
We are trying to keep an eye out for things.
It's better safe than sorry.
The net is silent for several seconds.
That's never a good thing.
Do not do this again. And then they hang up.
Copy that.
So, having hung up, you also notice a couple of helicopters bearing the local local militia, the planetary, the local National Guard or Coast Guard rather emblems and IFF signals come over. They momentarily lock on to the two that are closest to the shoreline. Not sure which one of you was it that had locked on to the boat. However, after hovering for several seconds...
I think that was...
It doesn't matter who you think it was. They don't know. All they know is that someone locked on to a civilian naval craft.
Sound like you're trying to be a snitch. We got a snitch in our group? Is that why I'm here?
They also did not contact you. They just target locked you with their missiles.
That was an act of aggression. They didn't even open a channel. Like, they just immediately did target lock? That was a hostile action.
It's the same as we.
You're the ones... I forget.
Yeah.
What's this we business?
Right.
Anyway, after... and are any of you going to do anything in response to the helos locking on to you?
Nah, I deserve it. As long as they don't open fire, I'm standing still. I got no beef with them.
Now, what you gotta do is you gotta, rub your mech's hands on your chest, like you're dead sexy. Start dancing in their light.
Oh, God.
Problem, I only have one of them.
Well, roll a piloting and perform test if you would like to attempt this.
No. I'm staying still. I don't want to antagonize him any further.
Can I do like have them open up on comms and just do like bad karaoke?
They will answer your hail and attempt to. What'd you say?
Oh, I'm just giggling.
Okay. They will answer your communications request and attempt to instruct you to stand down. Are you going to immediately open up with the karaoke?
I ask on whose authority requests such actions?
He said they
The
bear
planetary governor.
That's a pretty good source.
You should ask them if they've been to that Canopian cat brothel yet.
I stand down. Our employer, at this moment, it would be like a diplomatic incident between our employer and the planetary governor, so I think I should stay down.
At any rate, after several seconds, the helos disengage the lock and turn around.
What kind of munitions and stuff they got at this place? Can I buy machine gun ammo and bury it in the ground on the shore? And then when they get close, or like if they try to make landfall, like that could be a good trap. Or I shoot the machine gun ammo that's in the ground. It blows up. I heard that does some damage.
It does damage to your battle mech. It doesn't do so much if it's not inside of your mech.
Oh, well.
No.
It's the same principle as the ammunition itself. It's enclosed space and then boom, that does the damage.
Well, yeah, if they're standing on top of it.
It's still room to escape around it for the force, so...
They don't know that. Look, we got a hex grid right here. They just have to be on the same hex that we've had the trap on.
The proper bomb would be a mech engine.
I'm 100% sure our employees are not going to be like, here, have a nuclear fusion core for your bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll work.
I'm just trying to think of what we can do, because like if we're noticing sneaky or suspicious behavior, we should, while they're not actually doing their patrol, because they're only watching us during certain times. That's the opportunity that we take, is when they're not there to set up countermeasures.
Yeah. But what would stop a mech, right? Or hinder it?
Quite a bit. Yeah, I mean, as mech pilots, we know there's quite a few things that stop us.
Yeah, as mech pilots, I know, but but me as a player do not. Like, what would a 6-foot trapdoor would not be much of a hindrance. It'd be an annoyance. It might slow them down, but
What, you're talking about the tractors?
yeah, if it dug a 6-foot trench somewhere, right? It would. If they missed it and ran into it, they might trip, but
Right, but you could also use it to build makeshift like cover.
that's true.
I don't know if we have any kind of jammers available to us. Like if they're always going in that certain area, maybe we can do a limited range jammer that we have in the water there that jams their communications whenever they hit that spot, so they stop going to it.
I do have a question. I got Craft Electronic, and I was wondering, could I make a remote detonator kind of like radio wave bomb?
Now we're talking. Now we are talking.
Not trying to do damage, just trying to make them like pop up as a major radar ping. Like all like any kind of radar systems, passive or active in the area, would see it and they're going, "Something's there."
That's how I
we
think
go
the
that
trouble.
far into this.
Because it's easiest to do, and all I would need is like cell
because it's
phone
free
tech
salvage
and metal
if we
shape.
don't get damaged. Like if we can kill them before they get to us, that's free salvage.
Yeah, plus all I would need is like metal shavings to reflect off of, and a kind of like radio wave generator of sorts.
Hell, we could polish some metal plates and make reflecting mirrors if they want to attack us during the day. We'll blind some bitches. Or excuse me, forgot you're streaming. We'll blind some people.
Fair.
Well, about the radio detonation, we could just rig explosives somewhere and just blow sand everywhere.
Or he's being off like what? He's like, what in the hell are you guys thinking?
Pretty much.
I want to watch things go boom. Okay.
Exactly. So why not create some bomb traps?
Yeah.
I'm sure our employers will love that.
As long as we just.
Oh, we just
mark
have to
them-
give them an updated map of where they're located. That way, if the enemy knows where those are, we can tell. We know that there's an insider too. Look at this.
Just
Play-
remember, we have to pay for repairs if we blow shit up that's not supposed to be blowing up.
Yeah. If we
Right.
place
That's
them-
why we put it on the coast, like to prevent entries.
I would say we were trying to have like little
Are
radio
they going to be like,
bombs.
"How dare you damage my dirt"?
Well, what do you think they're gonna say to that? Especially if you
Yeah,
don't ask
well
for permission.
done. Well done. Way to take initiative. You are management material. We'd like to offer you a permanent job.
I would like to remind you the wording of the contract. Necessary engagements.
Right. So that's why you set up, for preventative measures in case they decide they want to come looking for a fight.
They don't want initiative. They want rent-a-cops on the cheapest amount.
Right, but you can set up security measures. Rent-a-cops use security.
I don't think they want to deal with any kind of fallout in proactive defense.
Oh, it's not like we're actively attacking them. We're just preparing if we get attacked, which is very reasonable.
I mean, all I would figure would be. Go ahead.
It sounds like someone needs their call sign changed to Tackleberry.
I mean, worst case scenario, like we open comms and say they're coming right at us, and then fire. But no, but seriously, like, I mean, logically speaking, I mean, if we report it to who's overseeing our contract in this case, like I know it's the company, but like, is there a particular representative that we're supposed to speak to or come to with any concerns or status update reports? I mean, there's got to be somebody that we're directly under.
Yeah. Let's see. I know I have his name here somewhere. Allison Gioni.
Right. I mean, can we run it by them and like if we'll let them know like, hey, if it turns out we don't need it, we don't need it. We'll take we'll remove anything we set up unless you guys actively want to keep it. Make sure we'll provide them with maps of where any of this stuff is located. Get approvals for the placement. Extra security never hurts anybody. I mean, it's not. I mean, hell. In any case, like it's not like they couldn't use it, in the future if they wanted to, especially if they're pre-approved places. I don't know. That's just me thinking aloud.
Also, if we give them a detonator for it, just in case they want to blow it if we ditch the place or something happens.
Man, are you ready to jump ship?
No, I'm just giving them the safety net of they can blow it up too.
But I mean, yeah, but on the security point, like they could also use that on us if there is an insider.
We know where they are.
Highly unlikely,
just,
but I would like to be preemptive.
we'll just stay clear of it, right? Funnel the enemy to it and just stay away from there.
Sure. But I mean, that's just one way of approaching it instead of like, because as Urs did point out, it does say the hazard pay is per necessary combat engagement, so we don't get the hazard pay if we initiate the combat.
Pretty much.
But I mean, I know like since these are, I mean, this is a tabletop RPG game. Like everybody has their own style. I was just putting out, one way that we could approach a situation.
Yeah.
It can work.
I just figured we might be able to have better radar signatures in the area in case they decide to do anything fun, so to speak.
I think like if we could make submersible even radio transmission things, like something that like maybe we have a relay that we can submerge underneath where they're at, so any of the communications that they're sending out to this tower we can know for sure and record what they're saying. And if it's something suspicious, and we'll be like, hey, Allison, this is what we got recorded from that ship, what do you want to do about it? If it turns out to be something sneaky. Did anybody, like we said, we had people with crafting skills, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, and it can't be that hard to. Okay, it'll be a long swim, but it not undoable.
I'm not going for swimming.
I mean, do we have any methods for, or maybe we can? We have a aerospace ship. They could drop it out there. We don't have to swim.
That's true. Didn't think of that.
Aerospace fighters have a hard point for every 5 tons, so I'm a 60 tonner, I think. So I should have 6. What is it?
Yeah, and we're not
Five.
talking about something huge. It's just like a transmitter that would be inside of a buoyant.
Like one of
Sphere.
those ancient sea mines of sorts.
Yeah, there
It
you
would
go.
still be attached to a hard point.
Yeah.
Have to read something up.
I mean, that kind of thing does exist in real life.
Mm-hmm.
Does the audio sound scratchy to you guys, or is it just in my ears?
It's probably
It
just
sounds
my
fine
voice.
to me.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so I guess brainstorming session. What do you guys want to do?
Creating like I almost figured we could create like little sensor buoys around the coast in case you decide to try and get like do like a bit of a night bit. I mean, I know we got magnetic radar, various sensors on mechs, but I was thinking for like big building stuff. I mean,
and there's
this
another
is-
group that's running the night shift, right? We can. It's not like we can't work with them if we're noticing that kind of behavior. We can be like, hey, this is what we want to do.
True. But maybe I'm also overthinking this.
What skill sets do we have in order to like? So whatever approach we decide to take, we should also plan on how we're going to execute it. So we need to make sure that we have the skill sets to try to pull it off.
Well, the radio bombs are just like almost like a kind of like a big radar. Make the radar signatures bigger. Like we know they're there, and the little smaller groups and mech they could actually get in on it. But I figured some kind of mobile chaff for their LRMs would be nice. There's got to be something we can do to add.
Well, we have no way of determining what they're going to attack us with, right? Or from where.
True.
But I mean,
Most likely we're going to see him coming.
utilize. Well, we would need time to react. But if we want to work off the concept of what you're talking about setting up a large signature bomb so that they know they're there, you could actually use that to kind of direct where they could make landfall of anywhere, right? And then there you could set up another trap that's actually hidden, so when they do make landfall, That's when
Double
they
trap,
get.
you mean? That could actually work. Use the first one as a
Yeah.
diversion.
But
But
I would
that's if
also
they're
really
dumb
like
enough.
to, if we could, like, I'm really like, once I thought about that signal relay, like, so we could get in on whatever their conversation was. I think that would be really valuable information because we could be wasting a lot of effort for nothing, right?
True, and I do got a lot of knowledge I mean, my knowledge technology skill could help us trying to maybe hack into their little comnet. Might
And
be.
Nocarian, didn't
granted.
you say that you were wanting to be our tech?
No, I'm not a tech. I'm just demolitions. Do that.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
our tech.
Okay.
Yes. I also know tech use and demolitions and disable device and stuff like that, but I'm more EOD than proper tech.
I'll make the
So-
boom boom.
I make it move and I make it smart.
Does that sound like a good first step? Is we'll try to make that that relay, and we'll have Capsty drop it, or crew card. You're our aerospace pilot, right?
No,
very
Capsule.
so.
Exo, and then Capsty is the aerospace, right? All right.
Asper is crew card's character. Capsty is playing
That's where I got
Davram.
confused. Yep.
Yep.
All right. So, Erst, is that something that we can do?
Yeah.
All right. What are the requirements to pull that off successfully?
Well, I'm gonna need some knowledge checks and some tech use let's see, what the fuck was the actual skill called? Give me a second. That's the wrong folder. That's the right folder.
Technologies.
Yes.
Yeah, can I assist on that one in some way?
Yep. Roll 3d6 flat.
Good luck. It's not bad for an average roll.
Just below average.
Yep. Unfortunately, that did not get high enough to be able to actually help, but it was not low enough to be able to hurt it either. So
Here's your
tried.
coffee. I'm going that way now.
What is the so the roll to help? What does that use? Which skill?
The roll to help is just a flat 3d6, much like in D&D. It's not actually in Ops and Tactics' normal rules, but I'm going to use it anyway.
I just realized I'm too far away.
So this is just the crafting for the stuff.
I would say all this kind of stuff would be off duty in a way, I would think.
Yeah, and no, my
So
minimum
for
range is
the
shorter.
knowledge checks to theorize up, okay, how do I make this work? Then
I have
that's
knowledge of tactics with a modifier of 5.
that'll help you get inspiration on where to place them, but that's not going to help you much on making them, which is what I was working on right now, is getting the appropriate knowledge check for coming up with the plan to make them. And then once you're not on duty, you can start working on actually building it.
Okay, what do you need as a knowledge stuff to start?
Electronics.
That I actually have. I have technology, but craft electronics.
Close enough. Knowledge technology.
Okay. Oh my god, I got a 20.
Wow.
Clearly, you failed. I'm just kidding.
Pretty good. Okay.
Thank you.
You're pretty sure that you've got a decent idea as to how to make sure that it works. You're going to get a +2 on your craft electronics check.
Yes. All right. Any other knowledge is needed?
Let's see. Let's see, where is the rest of that? There, that's not it. Let's see. That's not it. I could just hit Control F and search for it directly, but that would be cheating. Let's see. Here it is.
Gotta take tab A and the slot B.
Okay. No, that'll be the only check that you the only knowledge test for that. So for let's see. Romeus, is it you that said something about having knowledge tactics?
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll knowledge tactics.
So it's slash R 3d6 plus 5, right? Is that the
/
command?
R space 3d6 plus yes.
Okay. 19.
Okay.
Nice.
You figure that the optimal placement for these, since these are, they're for hijacking comms more than anything else. So more likely than not, the ideal place for these is going to be somewhere in the vicinity of an existing buoy, or otherwise somewhere where they would be hidden from radar sweeps by blending in with something else's radar signature.
Okay.
That way, if like say it's near a rock, but it's on the side facing the ocean, then it's not going to be obstructed. But if someone does a radar sweep, they're going to see the rock. The radar doesn't exactly show that the rock has gotten that much bigger if it's doubled in width.
Makes sense.
Anyway, so the plus, I mean, you're next to an island, so it's somewhat difficult to be able to make out stuff that's that close to land anyway. Though having the buoys a bit farther out to sea would make them more versatile and have a wider field of view. It would also make it so that they were somewhat easier to spot.
Well, we can make them, and now we got a good place to put them.
Mm-hmm.
Plan's going good so far.
Knock on wood.
Exactly.
There's no wood in my cockpit.
Just use your head.
See, that's a skill issue.
Yep.
Well, unlike most of the other guys, they can't be proper wood in my cockpit, so
Anyway, let's see. So, is there anything in particular any of you are wanting to do other than get those get those buoys built?
Yeah, I'm moving on shore again.
Okay.
Yeah, I've misread my distance tables. So
Okay.
How long did
AKA,
it
he'll be bombing
take
the
us to-
factory.
what?
No, I'll let him go
Misread
first.
your tables. AKA, you'll be bombing the factory by accident.
No, it just my shots will be landing like 20 seconds late.
Okay.
So
At darn flight time.
yeah, I can't move myself. Oh yeah, wait, I can.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, I got it.
Roll piloting.
You slip and drown. Okay. Wow. You.
You managed
Much
to
as-
cross. You managed to cross through the currents between the smaller islands.
Oh. Now I need to recalculate everything. So, yep, that's what I'll be doing the next couple of days.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long did
And
it
I'm
take us to
guessing you'll
come
need
up?
that. Oh, go ahead.
I was just asking how long it took for us to come up with this plan, or like how long is this process going to take?
It's going to take a minute to actually get all of them built. And then you're going to
Okay.
have to deploy them. But they'll be done
And-
by the end of the week. At any
Well,
rate,
You need that.
Who's occupied with that task? Like, since it's the building and stuff, I'm trying to see
It'll
if
be
I have
me.
time to work
Michael
on building
Booth
another
will
skill.
be the one actually building them.
Yes, and because
Some
of my
of you-
whole little role, I'll be doing the craft check now, which is a 24.
Some of you may be able to help, but...
I'm going to use the bathroom. I'll be back.
Okay. And who was it that said they were going to the restroom? Was that Mars?
I think so.
Okay, yeah. Okay, Megas, let's see. You managed
my
to do a
crafting
pretty
check.
decent job. It took a little bit of trial and error and spying on your own lands, but you managed to build the sensor buoys for hijacking into the any comms that are going through in the general vicinity.
That was for the
Takes you-
entire. Was that from last Sunday to this Sunday?
Yes.
Okay, can I say I spent a week working on intelligence during that time?
How so?
It's not enough to upgrade it, huh?
How?
All right, give me a second. I'll pull up the guide. Sorry, I'm a bit disorganized because I got like 50 windows open.
Only 50.
Yeah.
Let's try to tab them. We'll be fine.
If you
I
get
can't close this tab. What if I need it later?
exactly.
So
I'm
as
going
I
to
was-
watch this video eventually.
no, what I was saying at the beginning. Okay, there's the ops and tactics books. Okay. I've been working on a website because I started writing ebooks for Kindle, and so I finished building the website, and now I'm updating all the books as well and stuff like that. So I love a lot of tabs. I have my dev tabs where I'm working on the development of the site, and then the production one verifying that everything's working. All kinds of nonsense.
So if we get a week downtime-ish, can I spend it at... I'll be running laps around the island, just building my constitution up. Just slow jogs to increase my... It's a proper lap, I'm sure.
Wait, this must
Right?
be the. Okay.
That's
I
a
had to
good
look it
morning
up.
exercise.
Yeah, you're probably looking at about 3.5 Ks.
Yeah, thereabouts.
A lot more running than I want to do ever. Oh, look, I can do it with studying debate, logic, and reasoning.
Like
Studying
that's the
academics.
About 4 kilometers.
yeah, that's a good jog in the morning. It's not like I'm sprinting; it's a jog. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
something
that
I wanted
actually
to
isn't
do
all that
was like
long. Like, it sounds like a lot, but it really isn't.
and I spend the week like studying how they operate this factory.
Oh, how the R&D facility operates?
Yeah.
I need you to roll me a speechcraft check to convince you, your company liaison to allow you to get in.
All right, speechcraft. Oh, nice. 18.
He agrees under the condition that you are kept under that you do not go anywhere without someone else that works there being with you.
Okay. It shouldn't be too much of rum.
Okay. Roll a perception check.
Me?
Yes.
Oof. All right, where's my perception at?
Okay. The fact it's pretty interesting stuff, really. I mean, you've never really been through a factory before, especially not one of this scale. So it's pretty cool seeing the giant machinery that's used to pump out the one-off parts that they use for doing testing. Wind tunnel for testing slight alterations in design, things like that. They don't let you get into any of the really interesting places, and you don't really learn a whole awful lot about how they actually operate, but you get some ideas. Anyway, let's see. Is Mars back yet?
Yep.
Okay. So, I apologize that I should have let you inform them yourself instead of telling them that they got an email.
It's fine.
But anyway, so, I need you to roll me a perception check. Okay.
18.
So the aircraft that you had been seeing, it's still there over the course of the coming week. Every night it's circling around over that general area. The call. You do also manage to get a call sign for it. When it gets slightly gets to one of the closer spots and skirts along the very outer edge of the R&D facility's airspace, you discover that its designation is Alpha Charlie 7240-Charlie Uniform.
Hey, you want to say that again so I can write that out?
Alpha Charlie 7240-Charlie Uniform.
Okay. And that's the ship?
That is a civilian turboprop aircraft.
Okay.
A UTP 73 that has been for the last 2 weeks at night circling over top of the forest to the south and east. But north of where that radio tower that the activity was spotted at. Incidentally, the activity at that radio tower has severely died down.
You done skirt them off. They're like, these guys are trigger happy.
Okay. So I need the rest of you to roll perception for guard duty during the week.
Dear.
Do I also make another roll? Or did I already make my roll?
Mars, no, you. I just had you make yours. Incidentally, is there
24.
anything that you want to be doing over the course of the week?
I will continue to pump strong.
Understandable.
And I'll finish off that second week of strength training as well,
Okay.
which will take me up to the next. Should take me up to, what is it, 12? Yeah, it'll take me up to strength 12. So I can get rid of that now.
Okay.
Yep, I get to
Just
my
for
annual
clarity, how long
very
have we been
scary.
on this island so far? Is this our second
14
week?
days.
14 days, okay.
1 fortnight. Anyway, so, Slug, you notice that that over the course of the week, the yacht that had been coming through here has stopped coming through this way.
They've decided they have better things to do with their lives. This is good.
Yeah, or they weren't
Well,
as
less
civilian as
distractions.
they.
Or they weren't what?
As civilian as they said they were.
Or they just got locked on by an artillery piece and didn't want to get shot.
The detail.
Yeah, like that's probably it.
That's a good day to run away.
Anyway, Davram discovers on his rounds a interesting ping to the south and west, so out to sea. You can't really tell what it is. There's no way of identifying it, but you can tell that there's something that is not it's not a rock. That's out in the ocean about 2 clicks to the south and east, south and west. That is.
I'll probably go check it out. My Stinger.
You're already in your Stinger when you spot it. That's how you spot it. Is you're on air patrol.
Yeah, if it's only 2 clicks, it's bugger all to deviate and check it out.
Okay. Let's see.
That was almost a perfect roll too. 1 number off a perfect roll.
Yep. You almost rolled Satan's.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. You, I'm assuming you radio in that you're diverting course to investigate something.
Yes. Call in.
Oh.
That I'm checking something out and where it is.
Okay. Flying over to the location, you pass overhead and you can't really see anything, but passing by a second time, you spot a submersible surfacing along with some divers climbing on board of it.
Interesting. Well, they're obviously in.
You know for a now that the vessel has surfaced, you have a positive ID on the vehicle. It is completely unarmed.
Right, yeah, so it's mostly like a research. Or it seems like something like a research or a civilian style of submersible.
Yeah, it's probably linked up as came around as our IFF as some kind of civilian research vessel, part of the company.
I'll just make a note and continue on.
It has no IFF signature.
It's a civilian vehicle. Most civilian vehicles, ground vehicles and sea vehicles don't.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, we blew it up.
I'm not that trigger happy. I just make a note in the patrol logs and continue on. And
Okay.
radio back what I saw. That's it. Some civilian submersible. Big divers coming in.
Your patrol log could easily say spotted mysterious civilian vehicle that spontaneously combusted.
No.
I'm real worried for you.
Don't
Trigger finger happies.
don't forget we got fighters some. Most aerospace have gun cameras as well, I'd suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Could actually see what I'm shooting at.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just make a note of it, call it in, and continue on.
Okay.
Like, I know exactly what you're shooting at. Whatever the hell you feel like.
Okay.
As long as
So-
it doesn't start doing the left turn orbit. Or I should be right turn. Sorry.
Yeah, this isn't
I was
NASCAR.
left. I was thinking AC 130s. Those are great for doing target shooting.
Yeah. Anyway,
Well,
so
it was based on the AC 120, the AC 130. But I'm not one.
mhm.
Yeah.
Anyway, so week ends more or less with that incident. Let's see. Casper, are you still going into town?
As long as I get somebody with me, I would probably still.
Well, Megas is busy building the sensors.
Yeah, no rapes tonight.
I'll still say, I'll see if somebody wants to go into town, just chat, local nightlife, what comes up as conversation.
I mean, sure. Why not? It's bound to be just something.
Just be careful of the girls that think they're the hottest thing ever. They're usually a plant.
No, Carrion's playing a girl.
Yes.
Fair. I still stand by my prior comment.
Yeah, like who knows? I mean, a soldier can get some pretty decent money. So I mean, equal opportunity exploiter.
Many such cases.
Just testing the waters in the town just to see if there's any bite.
I've known some guys who've worked with girls a lot, and they don't even see them as girls anymore. It's like just until they say something. He's like, "You do know that I'm." Huh? Really? No. What? Hang on. Are you?
Wait,
God
what?
damn it.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? What do you mean you're female?
We're gonna need evidence here.
I express the opposite at work, so I'm one of few males at work, so I'm not thinking the other way.
Mm,
I'm part of the girls somehow.
part of the girls.
Yeah.
Sacrifice
Amazing.
is not in vain.
Anyway, so let's see, Casper, you very quickly discover that the incident with the Oslogs having targeted that yacht has made the news.
Oh, good grief. I would have expected to get that popular, but okay, that's good to know.
So I'm borderline celebrity now, right?
I mean, they don't know your face. And the Cloud Shriek has refused comment, obviously. But, well,
Okay.
when it's a place that doesn't normally see all that much combat that isn't from Capellans, who are usually pretty obvious when they're attacking, it's kind of a big deal when someone decides to start using a battle mech to target a civilian craft.
Yeah, I won't say anything about it unless someone specifically asks me. So
Good call.
yeah.
Especially the fact that someone targeted a civilian craft and they weren't a Capellan.
I'm sure the letter president had the point of us being out and see if anybody, I can't believe they started targeting me, man.
Yeah.
Or it's a
Full
friend of a
1D100.
friend. Oh, God.
And good.
God. Brr.
Interesting.
That could be good. That could be extremely bad.
So how exactly were you going about trying to locate someone that was talking about it like that?
Good question. I'm sure it'd be a matter of going around, listening to different conversations. Somebody talking about sailing and whatnot, and then there'd be a person of interest to get more information from, talk them up.
Okay.
Use speechcraft.
3.
Yes. 3.
Man. So anyway,
Okay,
I caught on fire spontaneously.
Anyway, so the while you're going about listening, eavesdropping on conversations, you hear someone talking a bit weird. I need you to roll knowledge streetwise.
All of us?
I wish.
Only
Only
the people that are
fair.
there to hear.
So I don't actually have that knowledge.
Yeah, you do.
Everyone
we
has
all
knowledge
do.
streetwise.
Yeah, it's one of your free focuses that you get.
Okay.
Which means you have at least 1 point because you are level 1.
Son of a bitch.
A 10.
My guy. Somebody take
high and low.
You can tell that this guy is kind of stuck up and seems like the sort of person that refuses to use slang because it's something that the poors use.
Oh no.
Anyway, he's not talking anything about that boat, but you do overhear him trying to actually roll another perception test to see how much of this you get. Okay, he seems to be trying to and failing to find out more information about local gangs.
Oh, something I did before. Not that I found a whole lot about it, other than the normals.
Right. Yeah, the his manner of approach is decidedly not the one to be using if you want to actually get a positive relation with any gang ever. And the fact of the matter is that you feel like he's probably going to get mugged on his way home.
I suppose I kind of intervene and gently correct away from whatever conversation that is. Like, oh yeah, hey, let me tell you about this. Let me get you a drink.
Okay, roll speechcraft.
Okay. Well, that's not too bad.
And then presence.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, so you
shoulder and go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You're describing it.
Yep, so just take it by the shoulders. Hey man, I know you kind of get to the land, drink, probably not your best cup of tea going this route, but proceed to give them what knowledge I have. Say it might be your best to take a cab ride home, or get a buddy to get you. and then see whatever other things he finds of interest.
Okay. You breaking him away from the conversation and then sharing what you know. He looks you in the eyes and seems to be the sort of person that refuses to not make eye contact whenever he's talking to someone.
Okay.
And says, I see. Thank you for pointing out the error of my ways.
Glad to help out.
And you said you were going to try and question him about stuff?
Yes. What is this? Deal in life and whatnot. Making the casual small talk type stuff.
He informs you.
Phase of being a friend.
Right.
Good.
Roll one more one more persuasion and perception.
Persuasion. Actually, is it persuasion? Presence? Or is it speechcraft?
Speechcraft.
Okay.
Persuasion's Pathfinder.
Okay. So
Or no, that's
it's
diplomacy. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah. You know what I meant.
There's the speechcraft 17.
Okay. And the perception?
Again?
Perception.
Oh, perception. That's less of it. And a 10.
Okay. Let's see. So, he tells you that he is attempting to let's see. He is attempting to locate a group of ne'er-do-wells in order to help him with a particularly important job. You notice he is speaking far too loudly for someone that is looking to hire gang members to do something.
Somebody that's definitely outside their element.
Yes. But otherwise, you don't really get a read on where he's actually from or anything else of the sort. He's just kind of weird. He very obviously isn't from here. He doesn't have the accent, but at the same time, there's weirder accents out there, so
Good to know.
Anything else?
Great. Nothing coming to mind quickly.
Okay.
Trying to think. Maybe I can find out subtly if he's trying to find or get what job he's actually trying to get done.
Okay, let's see. That would be... Let's see, deception and bluff are not skills, so that would still be speechcraft, probably.
Okay.
Or could be stealth, but no, it wouldn't be stealth. Okay, so that's your speechcraft check.
That's me. Yup.
Okay. He looks you up and down and says, I think that you are perhaps not a good fit for what I intend to do. Thank you for the drink. I will take your advice and call a taxi.
Wise decision. Wise decision.
Now it's your turn to mug him.
Pretty much.
No, that's me standing behind him.
Are you going to actually try to mug him?
How big is it?
Oh, hell no.
Listen, he
Let's see,
can't
what
get up
was
to any
your
good if you
character's
kidnap him.
What was your character's strength and constitution again?
Mine, 11 and 13.
He is bigger than you and looks like he is a decent bit stronger than you.
I'll stay clear of his pockets. I'm going back to my drink at the bar then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you would like to be doing at the bar?
Wait, isn't he inebriated? So doesn't he get like a negative to his perception and stuff?
It's better safe than sorry. I like my face.
The other people there were going to try to mug him anyway, so maybe they would jump in and help you.
I mean, he is an out-of-towner. If he decided to fight you, you might have managed to get the locals on, or both being out-of-towners, they might have circled around you like fighting monkeys.
Yeah, I'm not a gambling gal. I'll stay away. If it was
and you're a female character. That's even better.
No, it might be. Not sure.
If it's a small local town like that, those people must be very loyal. And you'd be like, what'd you say about this town and its people? And then immediately, everybody on your side. You're good to go.
I mean, this isn't a small local town. This is a relatively large city for this planet.
Oh, well, still.
So, I'm back to the bar and just casually listening to conversations and just taking the atmosphere in.
Anything you'd like to particularly listen for?
Nothing in particular, just random gossip and just a random night on the town.
Okay. Let's see. You don't end up hearing anything particularly interesting. Some stuff about someone cheating on someone else or other such nonsense.
That bastard. Give me his address, I'll send him a bill.
And a bill means a high explosive artillery round.
I'm leaving out the details, okay? It's a care package.
I care that you're still around. Bye.
Anyway, are you actually going to offer to
No. In a joking manner? Just I'll send him something and just give me. Not saying I will do it, but just casually implying I might be able to.
Oh no!
All in in jest and good nature.
They do not catch what you're putting down.
Might be for the best.
Yeah. At least if there's a mess, our face can actually help you with cleaning up.
Yeah, I'm betting on the face. Not my face, his face.
Oh, good grief.
Yeah. Hey, I'm just sitting I am just sitting in the base making these buoys.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody here but us chickens.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's see. So, Capsty, you said you were also going to be doing exercise.
Yeah. Mostly lifting weights to get that finish
Right.
up that.
Romeus, what are you doing?
It depends. So is this days 14 to 21?
No, you're still on the. We're going over what you're doing on the side during your second week beyond, the guard duty stuff.
I thought that was me going through and learning about the facilities and stuff, working on my end.
Okay, I forgot you did that. Okay, yep, that's what you did. Okay, we're now starting on week number 3 then. So the buoys are ready, and you have some decent ideas where they could be dropped.
Except for the boat's not coming around anymore.
Yep.
Well,
They'll still be good for other things.
I mean, can we reanalyze like other places of opportunity to put them? Let's see. You said, oh man, this map doesn't include the forest that he.
No, it does not.
Where was the submarine?
To the south and west by about 2 kilometers from here.
Maybe I can reanalyze where we should put them. Since that.
I mean, the.
Or would the placements that we decided upon before work well?
The placements that you decided upon before were a relatively wide net so that you'd be able to catch communications that were coming through.
Okay, that works. We can maintain with that. Maybe we'll get lucky and here's some of the management here at this R&D company and their secret mistresses, so we can get some blackmail information too. It'll be good stuff.
Oh boy.
Negotiate that pay raise.
Doubtful, but what the hell?
Perhaps. Anyway, so, let's see. I need Mars to make a perception check. That is Octane.
Oh, I ought to see Mars in a different solar system. And he's got that explosive right in front of me. Danger zone!
Yeah, I'm just pondering if I'm plotting something down here as well.
I'll keep that in mind. Keep that in mind.
So, Octane. While you are on duty at night, on Monday night, you get an alarm brought up by one of the other battle mechs on the night shift. The Whitworth that had been there has sent out that they have spotted an unknown craft beached on the south side of the island. It is a motorboat.
Well, I'm going to go towards the motorboat and begin doing a sweep.
Okay. Roll another perception. Okay.
That's pretty good.
Switching on to thermals, you spot the motor on the boat is still very warm. It was turned off very relatively recently. As well, there are you also spot some cast off scuba swimming flippers near a bush that weren't quite hidden well enough and still had enough body heat on them to be picked up by the thermal camera.
Well, I'm gonna do the reasonable thing and
Act like I saw
Send-
nothing. Sorry.
and send out a message to the command point or whoever's supposed to be in charge that
Okay.
we are no longer alone on this island. There are possible hostile contacts.
I sigh and go, are we talking on foot, on mech, or on vehicle?
Possible infantry contacts.
It is nighttime at the moment, so the day shift is not in their battle max.
Busy talking about Boat Town.
Yeah. What were we? Day shift or night shift?
You were day shift. You won the rock paper scissors, and you chose day shift.
Okay. Because I'm probably still at the base, keeping an eye on our little buoys and all.
Okay.
Because I figured someone's got to keep an eye on them, you know.
Fair enough.
And
in that
no
case,
race clubs
roll
are up
me
in the day.
roll me a technology use for that, along with a perception.
Nice, 22.
Okay, that's your tech use. Now perception.
And perception is not as good.
Even better, it's a straight 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yes.
If only I could put it in my Yahtzee game. 15.
Okay.
Not as good, but not horrible.
Okay. While you are listening in, you notice some chatter pop up that isn't it's not from any of the sources that, should be talking right now. You also can't actually access the channel that just popped up and then immediately disappeared.
I actually make a note of it I actually make a note of it and let them know that there's possible visitor chatter, end quote. Like we may have company coming that are using some secret channels that just popped up. To our little sensor boys.
Okay. So you you said that you sent the message that there were possible enemy infantry on the island to the company representative.
Mm-hmm. And I want to see if I
whoever's
Octane, that
supposed to
is.
be in charge of basically our liaison or just whoever I'm reporting to
Allison.
when I'm on shift.
I also want to see if I can crack in their little comnet. Like if it's pop up and popping out, then it's got to be some form of micronet. I want to see if I can crack it.
Okay. Roll me another tech. Roll me another tech use. Yep.
Either way, I mean, even if it's not popping off, they know we can't. Oh.
Unfortunately, unfortunately, you are incapable of breaking into the code, and very shortly after you begin attempting to force your way in, the channel drops and you lose it entirely.
Brutal.
Damn.
Brutal.
Damn.
And then your radio self-destructs. I'm just kidding.
Not yet.
I would hope not.
Anyway, the after about a minute or so of attempting to contact the liaison, you hear him groggily answer his communicator. What do you want so late at night?
There are possible infantry infiltrators.
Oh fuck.
There's an abandoned speedboat, engines still hot, and flippers still warm.
No, not fucking no.
No,
Okay.
no better alarm clock has ever existed.
It's just like, hi, shit's fucked.
Okay. I stay on high alert. I need you to contact the rest of the mercs that we hired and make sure that all of them are awake and active now. I will talk to security.
Hey, firm. I'm gonna send out like a general ping to the PDAs at like maximum loudness of just wake up, time to kill shit.
Always a good time. Always a good time.
Shortly thereafter, alarms start going off at all of the facilities.
So this is a proper scramble.
Sounds like it. Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
let's
did
add
you see
pepper
how
to the
many sets
scrambled
of flippers
eggs.
there were so we can get a number count on, or a rough estimate of enemy forces?
It is very difficult to tell without getting out of the battle, without him getting out of the battle mech to count them, because he can only see what he can see from his battle mech, and it's kind of hard to be able to finally manipulate a bush to see what's hidden under it or inside of it, especially inside of a dragon.
I don't exactly have hands.
That's set up to be a bowling ball.
You do and you don't.
No, I have like a claw.
Okay, so let's see. Casper, you said that you were in town still.
Yep.
Okay, Auslog, did you go with him again?
Just the one night, just to catch up in town. I'm staying in base to work on physical skills.
Okay. In that case, I need everyone other than Casper and Michael to roll a perception check real quickly with a -2 from your normals, with a -2 penalty, that is.
I just lowered my bonus by 2.
That's what you're supposed to do. Okay, so Auslog and Jack, you are both still asleep.
Oh yeah.
Well, I probably shouldn't have rolled then if I'm
crazy.
currently in my battle
Oh,
mech.
yes, you are still awake.
How's Oblak still in his battle mech?
He's on the night shift, so okay. Davram, you wake up.
Straight to the aerospace fighter.
Understandable.
No.
So, let's see. Megas, are you going to continue attempting to use the buoys to monitor things, or are you going to get into your mech?
Can I transfer the relay from the little comm station I'm at to the one in my mech?
It'll be a bit more interesting to try and be able to get the battle mech to read it, since your mech isn't exactly designed for such things, but you can try. Give me a tech use.
$21.
Takes a little bit of thinking, but you manage to get the comm station to relay to your battle mech. It's going to not respond as quickly because it has to go from your mech to the comm station and then do its thing. But even with that lag, you'll be able to hear what's going on if you manage to tap into any comm streams.
All right, that'll work. As soon as I get that done, hop on the mech, and time to just let the Coleman go.
Now, if I had a Raven,
Or a Hussar, or any number of other mechs that specifically were designed for doing such things, but...
Yeah, but I figured this is a custom job, and this is just a simple, patch in radio relay, so nothing too... Yeah. Since the buoys, I think, are doing most of the work, this is just like a added chain.
Okay.
Yeah. I hop into, my Magus.
Okay, so... Presently, there are 5 battle mechs and an aerospace fighter patrolling the island. Okay, so Devram, I need you to roll me another perception for attempting to spot things that are not where they're supposed to be.
Any penalty?
In this case, no. The penalty was because you were asleep. And the perception check was to see if you noticed the ping.
Mm-hmm. I don't.
Okay. As you streak out over the island and do a couple of laps around, you spot the boat that had originally been called in. As well, you see 5 individuals sneaking around up the hill between the cliff face and the lake here.
Yep. Call it in.
Okay. You call that in, and immediately security starts turning their heads towards that location and sending vehicles over to try to capture them. For those of you in battle mechs, what you gonna do?
Haul my ass out.
Okay.
Like I'm hauling my ass out of the, hangar and try and see if I can get a patrol pattern. Small one anyway.
Okay. Well, you know that right here, where I'm pinging,
Uh-huh.
is a group of 5 5 individuals.
Well, I still have my flamer, so I'm going to head that way.
Okay. Begin moving.
Where is the hangars we start out at? Oh,
Right there.
okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go.
Okay.
Run on it.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out how much heat run generates. Shit, oh.
Run generates 2.
Yep.
Okay. Because I do not have the hit charts on me or anything at the moment, so yeah.
Walks 1, runs 2, and jump jets are however many hexes you went. Minimum with 3.
Okay.
Okay, so then Octane, I need to. Let's see, Dargan. I could have sworn that I'd already uploaded a dragon, but I haven't, apparently.
Oh, darn. Oh, darn.
Let's see. It'll have to do for now. Okay. That is... There is Octane Sullivan. Can you move the dragon that's down here? Excellent. Okay. Make your moves.
So the infantry are somewhere.
The infantry are up here.
Yeah, you take the left side, I'll take the right.
All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
And that's my run.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. The infantry that got called in are nowhere to be seen as far as anyone can tell that's already gotten there. Are you going to send out a second call to everyone to try and get them to wake up?
Yeah.
Okay. Alslog and Jack and... Yeah, it's just you two then. Because Davram is currently flying, Casper's in town, and the other two are here. So, yeah, Jack and Alslog, perception with the -2, and Jack wakes up.
So it looks like Oslog needs her beauty sleep, eh?
Yeah, apparently. It's too comfy in this bed.
Or you set your phone, silent, thinking you set the alarm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Could be.
Not unusual. I have my phone set permanently on silent, so
Same.
I just don't have my phone in the same room as me when I'm asleep. It's on the opposite side of the house.
my phone's my alarm though. That's the problem.
I have a watch for my alarm. Anyway.
Oh.
So... Jack, you are now awake, which means... are you going to scramble?
Wait. Stop it. Ow, 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 ow.
I think it's a cat.
Cat attack.
Oh, I live with those. I know that feel.
All right. So first thing I hear when I wake up is a man getting assaulted by a cat.
Many such cases. Anyway, so you wake up to a ping on your communicator that there are infantry contacts, at least 5, and an abandoned motorboat that they used to get onto the island.
Okay. Was I in the same dorm as everybody else that woke up?
I don't know.
Technically speaking, you are all in the same dorm since you're in the same lands, but just because you woke up doesn't mean that everyone else wakes up with you.
No, the reason why I ask is, like, there's 5 people out there. I don't want to walk out and be like, well, it's 1v5, baby. You know what I'm saying? But I'll get up and take my time making sure I got myself all prepared and ready. Make sure I got all my gear on, everything. Don't miss anything.
Okay.
And then I will carefully be making my way down, listening for signs of the enemy. Because that's how I do.
Okay. You are assuming that there are enemy contacts on the ship that you're being... Okay.
I'm on a ship right now?
Yeah, you're on the Union.
The Svartorn, yes, the Union-class dropship.
You never know.
I feel like any Marine contingent on the Svartorn would probably have started shooting.
With how much Ursa's character is with his dropship and the amount of threats we've gotten over it, I'm pretty sure he's got a pretty sizable Marine contingent on this.
Especially given that he gives rides to mech jocks.
That's right. Who are not known for being the most
mentally stable.
Or mentally stable.
But anyway, so
it's even worse.
Casually nuking orphanages aside, you are taking your sweet ass time to get ready, so we'll go back to the other two. Magus.
I said making sure I had all my... I don't want to just leave the room and not have some shit, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Anyway, Magus.
Torso twist, and I'm heading to the little lake pond or whatever that blue thing you call it.
It is a lake, yes.
I don't remember if I can still torso twist even if I've done it once.
It's usually declared at end of movement which way you're twisting. Then in interim, it doesn't matter. Usually, at least.
Yeah. Also, legs are supposed to the direction of the legs is supposed to indicate the direction of the front.
Well, I'm moving to the side as I keep an eye on it. So I'm getting close to the whole thing. Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to make sure that they didn't decide to take a dip?
Bit of a casual swim.
Roll perception.
For me?
Yep.
Got it. It's adult swim, kids out of the pool.
Oh, God.
Closed due to fail and AIDS.
Fuck. 14.
even switching through your the various spectrums that your sensors can pick up, you can't see anything in the lake. It's a lake. They might have dove in there, but if they have, then they're really good at holding their breath.
Hmm.
And so for the
I'll
next
wait a
6
little
hours,
bit then.
he stared.
I'm gonna
Okay.
wait a few extra minutes. Like at least I'm gonna wait 5 minutes before I head out.
Okay. In that case, Octane. Mars.
Yep. Bloop.
So that brown, you can't go straight over it. It is an elevation of 2. Does your dragon have jump jets?
Nope. I'm just a standard boy. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we saw him somewhere around here.
Yes.
So there's a possibility they might be infiltrating the factory.
Could be. It didn't take overly long for jeeps and the like from security forces to get onto the road up here. But no one has seen them since they were initially spotted. Incidentally, Davram, if you could make a perception test.
6 plus 7. 23.
Okay. As you go around again, you do spot them making a sneaking around the through a drainage ditch under the road and heading towards the factory and then splitting up.
Okay, call it in. Would aerospace fighters have a hover mode?
Yours is not a VTOL as far as I know.
No. I know some can, but I wasn't sure if mine was one.
Only VTOLs can.
Only VTOLs can. Yep. So I go down to my minimum safe thrust to try and not overshoot. Oh, I will keep overshooting them all the time, but as slow as I can without.
Are they in the
Yeah.
open, or are they?
So what was that?
I was asking, are they in an area where he can take a shot?
They had been technically.
Not at the moment, no.
It would have been a bit risky, but in theory.
Make me more of a spotter on this one.
Hmm.
They're all on foot, and everybody else is pretty much in mechs, right?
Yes,
At
but
the
I
moment,
have
yes.
a flamer. I have a flamer.
At the
They're
moment,
also
are they gonna
entering
get in the factory?
into. They're also attempting to gain access to Factory 2.
Yeah, so I call that in. Tell it exactly where they are. So coming out of the drainage ditch from the road, splitting up around the sides of the factory too.
So about here?
Yep.
Okay. I can work with that.
Okay.
Oh,
So,
am I actually getting to move, or
all right, yeah, no, you moved, and then I had Davram move. So now, Auslog, if you would kindly make one more perception test. You have successfully woken up.
Welcome to the party.
Yay!
Bloody women.
Hey.
Good grief. Good grief.
been too strong?
Wow.
I'll just throw on some fatigues, grab my gun, and bolt towards my mech in case.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, so Megas.
All right. Do I have eyes on them now? Or are they still farther away, the infantry?
Roll perception.
15?
You have no visual on them. You know that they are in this general area.
I'm going to head there. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to head that area.
Okay. All right. Type in the box, not fucking use keyboard shortcuts. Anyway.
Technology. What a wonderful thing.
I know, right? Okay, let's see. So, having advanced on them, you still don't see them. Though this is their last known location, it was reported that they were splitting up and attempting to gain entry into the factory.
I'm going to. Does my mech have like little headlights or anything?
Unless it has a that actually is a piece of equipment that you can get, but yours I do not believe has it by default.
Shit.
Just use the laser.
So you do have thermals and night vision and all that jazz. So.
I will try thermal, see what I get on thermals. And night vision first, then thermals.
I mean, I was assuming that you were already on that.
Oh.
Anyway, so unfortunately, you can't seem to find them, though you do manage to find some tracks indicating that at least one of them went in the general direction of a fire escape that leads up the building, which is like 4 or 5 stories. Most of the internal space of this facility is probably made up of machinery. for manufacturing parts.
Then I let them know that that the hostiles have went in factory 2. Possible tracks have led into 1 on the fire escape, possibly more.
Okay. Octane?
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do I see any little people?
Well, you definitely see a bunch of the security personnel. Roll a percentile. Or not a percent, a perception.
And they prefer vertically challenged, not little people. Just kidding.
I was waiting for somebody.
If I was that short, I'd rather just be called a dwarf, honestly. But anyway.
Hell yeah.
A dwarf would be tall in comparison.
What the fuck is it with these guys in 25s? Anyway, unfortunately, you don't manage to spot them.
That time you didn't roll them in GM mode.
I forgot to once.
Okay, so they have plus 10. Their sneaky breaky skill.
Yep. So, as it stands, you don't see any of them. The only indication of where they might be is that there is a personnel sized entry hatch that is built into the main doors to access the central hall of the central manufacturing hall here, which you are standing in front of the main doors of. But it is closed. You'd have to get down, out of your battle mech in order to be able to check it.
Can I instruct one of the security guys to check it?
Yes.
I'm going to ask one of the security guys to check it.
Okay.
You man getting off your ass and doing something in there.
One of the mall cops goes over to the door and attempts to open it. The door is securely locked. Let's see.
But did you check the second door? Just kidding.
Doors are the bane of any party.
I know, right?
Like we have a
he tries the door one more time because, you're inside of a giant fuck-off robot, so surely you must have seen something. Then, as he goes to try a third time, he notices that the control panel for the keypad to gain access is not exactly on all the way, and reports that he believes that someone has tampered with it.
So they're probably inside. Wonderful.
Yay.
That's what the small flushing bodies are for. Go find
Why do they not have security guards in the factory? That doesn't make any sense to me.
Because you got big fuck off mechs around the said thing.
Yeah, why do you need ground forces inside the buildings that the big ass mechs can't walk into? That wouldn't make any sense, right? Jesus.
Totally.
Yes. Well,
I mean, they hired us. That doesn't mean they're smart.
oh,
Yeah.
so
Office
I
is very
apologize. However, I need to go now to go pick my mom up from one of her friends' houses.
No worries.
That's fine.
That's good,
Yeah,
Cliff.
no
That's
worries.
good. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've identified.
can-
They've got in.
I can access this Roll20 anytime, can't I? Because I'm just building up some macros.
Yes.
Awesome.
Cool. Well,
It's gonna have like
call it
10,000
there,
macro.
there then.
Sounds good.
All right.
I apologize
Appreciate
for
everybody coming out.
leaving it off, but also I'm pretty sure Nokarian has to get off to work in like 45 minutes anyway. So
No, I work night shift, so
yeah,
that's why.
who was it? I thought that one of you had to go to work when it was midnight my time.
I've got lunchtime every now and then, which is funny that it's today. I don't have to work much. I've only got to work a couple of hours. I've only just got to head in for a couple of hours. I can do that any time after I vote. So I'm just going to build some macros. So many ammo, different types of ammunition.
I gotta learn macros myself one of these times too.
The D20, the Roll20 macros are simple enough.
Yeah, no,
Tried it,
they're
so
good.
I'm sure
Anyway,
it's
I
good.
will be back later.
Alrighty.
Talk to y'all in a bit.
Good night.
Have a good.
All right.